Sorry there was no fan recap yesterday, we unfortunately had to postpone it. Too soon? Okay.
Glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious.
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video is going to be a little mixture, you can already tell by today's title, so I won't even bore you with the intro to the video. But what I will talk about is the fact that we are closing in on 25,000 subscribers. There's less than 100 to go in 13 days. That's been absolutely incredible. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please consider doing so and help the nation get towards that 25k dream. But without any further ado, let's dive right into today's video then, shall we? 3, 2, story number 1 then. I was actually going to make this video yesterday just because I was so annoyed that the game was actually cancelled, but I thought let's take 24 hours, let's see what actually comes out and see what's actually being said so we can find out why and how this actually happened. So if you don't know the reason why the game was postponed, it was because the local referee, not an official SFA referee by the way, a local referee, came, inspected the pitch and called it unplayable. The one part that was unplayable was that. Yes, that. Couple of things right off the bat. The fans that had already travelled there's lost out on money, so that's absolutely disgusting for a wee tiny part of the park, because apparently with the referees fine, the rest of the park was fine. That was the issue. That right there. So there's fans travelling, there's people lost out, there's people looking forward to it, and can I just say, this just sums up Scottish football perfectly, right? We introduced the winter break, this was the new thing, give the players a rest, and it will stop games from getting postponed like they usually do every year, early January. Scottish football taking the step forward that the Premier League could learn from, so we take the winter break to get away from postponement, and you know what happens to the first game after the winter break? It gets postponed. I mean, you just couldn't write the goddamn thing, honestly. Now, just in case you don't know, the actual game will be postponed until January the 30th, so Cowdenbeath will have till then to actually fix the park. And I've seen a couple of digs at Cowdenbeath, etc., and you might be expecting me to rip them to shreds as well, but actually, they've done pretty much every single thing they could actually do. The groundsman was working on it all day. I mean, they put keys in it. They put cars on top of it to try and heat up the grass, which is a great advert for Scottish football. And from Cowdenbeath's point of view, their chairman, their manager, some of the obviously staff that was there, all said that this match should have went ahead and the match was playable, right? And that started up the accusations, etc., why this game was actually postponed. Now, all that's been officially said by the Cowdenbeath manager is he got there at 4 o'clock, they anticipated no problems with the park, they expected to go ahead. Soon as the Rangers staff turned up for the game, there was then a call from the SFA that a local referee was coming to inspect the park. As soon as the local referee, again, not an officially licensed SFA referee, came and inspected the park, the game was postponed. So it doesn't take a genius to read into that and say he's basically blaming Rangers Football Club and Rangers' staff for getting the game called off, like we've got some kind of sway with the SFA. It's not as if we complained about referees to the SFA, we get £6 grand fines. Other teams complain about referees, we get VAR. But we'll not go any further, we'll just leave that there. So Cowdenbeath's blaming Rangers. All Rangers has officially said is the game will be postponed. They've not went into any detail on if they did contact the SFA or anything. So that is all that's been said. That is the news. Do you think the game should have been called off because of that? Do you like the fact that a local referee can come in and decide the fate of an SFA game without an SFA referee or linesman, etc. official? Anyone to do with an official game, not a local referee who probably refs 5 games at the local stadium every second Sunday. But before you actually put your opinions in the comment section below, let's jump over and look at the other side and the other perspective. If we played on that park, Tavernier twists his ankle and he's out for the season, we would have been absolutely raging. So it's a hard one, and normally I'd be always leaning on the side that protects Rangers Football Club. I'd have been like, right, fine, if the game was called off because it was unplayable, fine, I get that. Like, that is where I always am, but it's a bit of a weird one because all the media that was there, like the staff that was obviously there for Cowdenbeath, the chairman, the manager, the groundsman, they all tested the ground and said that it was fine. So I'm more inclined to lean this way and say the game should have actually been played. And the last thing that the Cowdenbeath manager actually said is 3 days ago they played in a game before that and the ground was a hell of a lot worse. And that part of the stadium, like the grass part, was a lot tougher than it was, and that game went ahead. But the match against Rangers didn't, so it's a bit of a weird one. There's a lot of conspiracies, a lot of accusations being thrown around, but again, there's been nothing official saying that Rangers did cancel it. All that's been said is the match has been postponed and it will be January the 30th. So what's your thoughts and opinions on the actual cancellation? Is the game getting a bit too soft? I mean, look at this game that happened a week ago. That went ahead. This didn't. And yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on story number 1. What is yours? Get involved in the comment section below and get your voice out there. Now, if I'm honest with you, I did actually ask Twitter this question yesterday, and 88% of the people voted for yes, the game should have actually went ahead. So let's jump over to story number 2 and get to the next bit of news. Did I say news like that because I forgot what story number 2 is? Maybe. Story number 2 then will be about the Greyhound himself, Ryan Hardie. Now, we did discuss this, and I think 2-3 days ago, that his preferred destination for his next loan would be Livingston, and I'm sitting here to tell you that the Greyhound is back where he wants to be, playing first team football in the top flight, playing for a team he knows, and I'm fully expecting him to take the second half of the season by the scruff of the neck. Now, his time in Tenerife wasn't a wasted time or anything like that. You might just be saying to yourself, what was the point in recalling him just to loan him back to the club that he was at before? It was actually a pretty smart move by Gerrard, because he got him in, took him to Tenerife, see what the man's about, and not only has he agreed to loan him back to Livingston to the end of the season to keep the first team football flowing, but he also offered him another 1-year contract extension, because if he didn't sign that, Ryan Hardie would be a free transfer at the end of this season. So I think that's very clever by Rangers Football Club. Great that Gerrard was willing to give him a chance, go to Tenerife and earn his contract at Rangers. The man clearly done that. The only thing I would say is, it's very interesting the fact that he only gets 1-year deals all the time. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Like, his last 3 contract extensions at Rangers Football Club have all been 1-year contract extension. Surely if we believe in the guy enough to take him to Tenerife and he's impressed you, you'd give him a 2, maybe 3-year deal, lock him down and commit to the man's future. I suppose on the flip side of that, giving him a 1-year contract extension is keeping him on his toes and keeping him fighting, so he can never slack off and think, right, I don't need to try my best, I've got a nice cushy contract here. He's literally fighting for his Rangers life every single time he walks out in the field, whether it's for Rangers or another club, which happens to be Livingston Football Club. So if you've followed this channel for a long time, you know how much I rate Ryan Hardie. I think he's got something you just can't teach, that coolness, composure in front of the goal, and he's just always in the right place at the right time. I genuinely believe he will have a future at Rangers, being the next up-and-coming goal scorer. I still believe that. However, I thought it'd be fun and interesting to ask you, the people, just to get involved. How many goals do you think Ryan Hardie will finish on this season? Now, it's important to remember he missed a large majority of the first half of the season because of an injury, a sort of ongoing thing, but the man is back. He's played 7 games, he sits on 5 goals at the present minute of time. So the question is, how many goals do you think Ryan Hardie is going to finish on? And while you fire your prediction in the comment section below, I'm looking at it. He's going to be starting the games for Livingston now. They're obviously keen to have him. He's fully fit, raring to go. His goal scoring form since he's came back is absolutely incredible. His goal per game minutes is brilliant, even higher than Alfredo Morelos this season. They've just signed Greg Weld, who's going to get the ball in the box more often. They played with each other before at Rangers. I'm going to go high with this one. I'm actually going to go with 19 goals. That's genuinely what I'm going to go for. I believe he's going to score 14 goals in the second half of the season and prove that he deserves to be at Rangers next season. So that's story number 2. Now, it's time for a little refreshment. So grab your refreshments, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Sponsor break. Now, unfortunately, it is time for the third and final part of today's video, and it's going to be a sort of combination of 2 bits of transfer news that should actually entice you and get you a little bit excited. The very first one will be something we discussed 4 or 5 days ago on the channel. I'll throw the screenshot up there, talking about Matt Poulsen, how it looked like he would be offered a new contract. Gerrard has been out in the last 24 hours talking exactly that, saying they're very keen, they're discussing with the agent, and he would like to sign Matt. So the ball's in their court to sort out the deal between the agent and the football club. But as far as Gerrard's concerned, the man has a bright future at the Glasgow Rangers. So he rates him very highly. He even talked about his past experience playing with him and against him in America, so he knows fully what he's about. He's been here for about 6 to 8 weeks. Like I said, he's the last American standing. That Gutman came in, wasn't up to Gerrard's standards. Polster's obviously done enough, and he's been offered a deal, so he may or may not be the next transfer announcement. The only other man that could challenge him for the next Rangers signing will be Glen Kamara, sort of the ongoing story on the channel and obviously on the media websites. Glen Kamara's actually been dropped from Dundee's squad, so as far as it's looking from the outside in, the man will be making his way to Ibrox very, very soon. So that's going to be it. Story number 3 is extremely short and to the point, but what's your thoughts overall on the two impending Rangers transfers? Both of them playing in centre midfield. What's your thoughts? Make sure to let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to support the channel directly, the link for that will be in the description below. Straight to the Patreon. We're up to 44 now, boys. The next studio improvement will be coming very soon with that amount of support. Thank you so much. I've been CJNovo92. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.